passes each one, she passes, goes ah.
The redevelopment zone. The Main Street redevelopment project provides up to $9 million in funding for the property and relocation of our public works facility and animal shelter, paid out over several years.
Wait a minute. Wait. A couple is 2, several is 3, a bunch is like 4, a whole bunch is more than 4. 9 million over 3 years. Developer is still getting 30% of our taxes due to tax breaks for 30 years. Maybe the developer can get the 9 million over 3 years and residents can get the 30% discount over 30 years.
That funding, combined with potential land that is not available elsewhere in town, provide a unique possibility for the community and one that needs to be explored thoroughly. That is our responsibility, and it is the administration's position that the creation of a redevelopment zone is the first approach to that. That is our responsibility, and it is the administration's position that the creation of a redevelopment zone is the first approach to that. The use of a pilot, unfortunately, is rather common in redeveloping New Jersey.
If it's unfortunate, why do it? Is that why the planning board voted yes? They knew it all along. Why even have a planning board and town council? Is the town council ready to vote yes, too? Aren't they beholden to you and serve you on the council? Why would they vote no? Mommy, that's not nice to tell people you won't be their friend unless they do what you tell them to do. Yes, dear, but that is child development involving emotions. This is land development, which involves money, politics, land, and spin.
And many projects many residents look to in other towns are all funded with pilots. As an example,
Bloomfield, 4 redevelopment projects, 4 separate pilots. Orange, 2 redevelopment projects, 2 separate pilots. South Orange, 5 redevelopment projects, 5 separate pilots. Verona, 2 redevelopment projects, 2 separate pilots. Montclair, 3 redevelopment projects, 3 separate pilots.
Do you use Google or Yahoo for those numbers?
very few of these projects have any public use outside of the investment in the community and overall improvement benefiting local property values, but are funded with approved pilots.
It's coming. It's coming. Wait for it. Wait for it.
However, as I mentioned, the idea of a pilot is very premature at this time, as we are focused on the zone and the plan primarily. No pilot has been promised or discussed, and to be clear, without an eventual public use, the administration will not support or propose a pilot.
He said it! He said it!
Let me reiterate what I just iterated. No pilot has been promised or discussed, and without eventual public use, this administration will not support or propose a pilot.
So Mr. Rob Parisi, Mayor King, the word eventual. Can you provide parameters on how that eventual is? How long is it? Like tomorrow or 30 years? When the tax rate goes up and the owner wants to sell?
Maybe in 15 years the developer can put a public pension described with the mayor's name. Let's not get hung up on semantic time. How about we just leave it as eventual to make the developers happy? I always respect the public's opinion, as that it is an important role in my job.
Except at public comment or when our public advocate speaks for us.
I don't think that a case has been made out for this area to be an area in need of redevelopment. Application is without merit and should be denied.
But it is also important that decisions be made based on facts, not flyers or posts that are filled with inaccurate information.
Do you mean like Psychic Maria flyers? I have a flyer that reads, "Come to the planning board meeting December 6th. And crowds of residents did and spoke out against this plan. But your planning board didn't respond or respect our opinions." Now that's a fact. Maybe you need to show us some respect.
Oh, fiefters and fiefettes of this fiefdom, let me paint you a rosy picture. Maestro! The Main Street redevelopment project has not cost West Orange taxpayers money. The property generates higher taxes than it did, and the eventual pilot payments will produce more revenue than the property ever could have before that. From a strictly economic position, the township makes out better in pilot funding, as the county only gets a small percentage based on statute, and the township keeps the rest, enabling us to provide necessary funding to the Board of Education, netting a greater amount of money under a traditional property tax structure where the township only keeps roughly 25% of the tax dollar.
You sound just like my gambling addicted papa. No cost, more revenue, and the house keeps some, but we get the rest, and that the schools get funded. Is that a fact? If so, let's bring in those unfortunate pilots and land those babies. Come to papa.
Additionally, as an aside, all planning, legal fees, engineering, and financial analysis pertaining to the Main Street redevelopment has been funded by the redeveloper, nearly $2 million, and has not cost the township $1 since the concept was first discussed in 1999.
Oh, sure, because gambling really is free until you're over your head in debt and need help. And doesn't the house always win? If they didn't, why be in it? I think that's what helped the developer make billions off of towns like West Orange.
As always, I am happy to speak with residents individually or in groups and welcome any opportunity to answer questions or address concerns. I will make myself available or welcome residents to attend office hours next Thursday.
Can we do Wednesday instead? I have a Gamblers Anonymous meeting down near that new local place on Main Street. The West Orange Money Pit, near where Edison did his experiments.
Good public policy always involves public input, but it is also important to be objective. Any redevelopment project on this property will require a significant amount of planning, and public discussion.
Can you present an open forum for residents to attend and ask questions? I'm not comfortable meeting privately with elected officials in their offices.
Why, yes, of course, I'm sure we can find a vacant space somewhere locally. But at its core, $115 million has spent on these two properties, and they are looking to invest more. That is always a good thing for our community.
Did he just say they're looking to invest more? I don't have any more money to give developers. Does that mean we have to listen to him speak again? I don't know. You want to go sign a petition or something?